When it comes to growing your sales, what are you all willing to do to drive a continual flow of new business? And as we start off our time together this week, allow me to share with you a quote from the late, great, legendary Jim Rohn, as he went on to say this: successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Wish you were better. So here's what I'd like for us to collectively think about. What's your plan? What's your process? And what's your procedure towards keeping and growing your existing client base? And I want us to key in on this because I believe this: if you want to grow new business, and I know y'all do, it's going to come right through how you take care, how you grow, and how you nurture the relationships with your current clients. You see, a smart, and I mean a smart, forward thinking sales professional doesn't chase new business at the expense of their current clients. But what they do instead is they're going to leverage their clients to help them nurture and grow their business. So, if you want to build an ever flowing sales funnel, you must build an ever flowing relationship funnel. Key in on that for a moment. You must build an ever flowing relationship funnel, because building this ever flowing relationship funnel is going to become mission critical to you in creating a sustainable and flourishing sales funnel. And some of y'all might be going, Larry, where are you going with this? But real relationships drive real revenue. Real meaningful relationships drive real meaningful revenue. You see, building relationships, people, it's an ongoing process. A well-maintained relationship funnel leads to repeat business, client loyalty, and a positive word of mouth when it comes to referrals. So I want us to all stop and collectively think about this for a moment, because I want to ask you something. Now, here's what I'm going to ask. What are each one of you willing to do to hold yourself accountable to move your client relationships from good to great to help you prospect for new business? Jim Collins once said this: good is the enemy of great. Greatness is not a function of circumstance. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice and discipline. Pretty powerful quote, isn't it? So here's what I want us to think about. With radical amounts of discipline, are you willing to clamp down, and I mean clamp down, on your relationships to fuel growth for your sales funnel? I believe it's about moving good relationships to great relationships. Now, another question for y'all. What are you willing to do exceptionally well to shore up the holes in your sales bucket of opportunities? And in Good to Great, Jim Collins introduced all of us to the hedgehog concept. And it was a metaphor for the statement that the most successful companies and individuals have a clear and straightforward focus. They can ignore distractions and they can stay true to their core strengths. And the hedgehog concept in the book Good to Great is based upon these three questions. And here's these three questions I want us to peel back this week. What are you deeply passionate about? What can you be the best in the world at? And what drives your economic or resource engine? So, what can you all do to drive yourself to new business growth greatness? What can you do better to drive your economic engine? So, as we wrap up, by the way, thank you for hanging out with me this week, because together we're building this huge, massive movement around selling from the heart. So, in order to move your relationships from good to great, here's what I want us to all think about this week. Do you have a simplistic plan when it comes to client retention? Do you have a simplistic plan when it comes to new business growth? And is what you're doing right now regarding client retention, something that you can generate incremental revenue and referrals from on a consistent basis? Is this something you can become passionate about? And is this something you can be the best in the world at? Because I do believe this: moving your client relationships from good to great prevents a leaky sales funnel. What an absolute joy it's been to see this movement around selling from the heart, because together we're all making a difference. We are raising the bar in the sales profession. We are saying no more to empty suits as we build trust and credibility. As in return, this is going to drive monumental amounts of revenue and profit for you and your company. Because I do know this: your clients and your future clients, they'd rather connect and do business with a sales professional who sells from the heart, as opposed to a sales rep who is an empty suit. Don't be that empty suit, and have an amazing week.